I invested a lot of money into buying this building, into developing this concept, so black people can have somewhere nice to go to, okay? Somewhere where we can feel good about ourselves as a... Come on! Stop the music, please!
Oh, shit.
Somewhere where our people can feel good about ourselves as a
He
culture,
dumb bold.
Okay? No, real talk. And so all this twerking and shit, take it to Prime, take it to Pink, don't bring it here because we're a restaurant. And so beyond that, 75% of my customers are ladies. And I want men to show respect for themselves for how they carry themselves here.
I mean,
so
I
how
guess
can I tell the men to respect themselves and you guys are twerking on glass here? If you want to do it, get the fuck out of my restaurant. Because I did it for our people and I did it for our culture. So
oh my God.
Don't do it again. I don't want to hear it. If you don't like it, get out because I don't need your money. I need to provide something for my people. And don't do it again. Thank you.
Shit, you're welcome, man. Whew. Now look at these people over here trying to have their black booty bouncing fun. Oh man, what's up guys, ThePrinceVon here bringing you another Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War PS5 gameplay multiplayer of all the players commentary. Now the video you guys saw in the beginning, that clip, at the day of me recording this video on Twitter, people were going crazy about this restaurant. And I'm like, bro, where the fuck is the thread about the restaurant? I was looking everywhere for this thread about this damn restaurant that people were talking about because I had no idea what was going on. So what happened was a woman was twerking on the furniture of this man's establishment, putting her hand on the glass window or whatever and whatnot, and he got pretty upset about it. So he took it upon himself to cuss out everybody in the restaurant, and I'm going to show you guys a screenshot that shows his side of the story, and let me just read it for you guys here. He says, "Thanks for the post, I appreciate your comments and will share a bit more. There were 3 tables that had been spoken to about twerking. They were approached very politely less than 10 minutes before. Despite this, the last young woman decided to stand in our booth seats, place her hands against the glass window, and start twerking on the glass. Enough was enough for not only that lady, but for the 3 tables of women who were the only ones in our restaurant to act this way. As for the music, we created True for it to be a place music could be enjoyed while we sit and eat. No song played as excuse to stand on our furniture and do what this lady did. There are places for this, and True is not one. As for my delivery, I can assure you I was a gentleman earlier, but my nice words weren't respected. True will be for some and not all, and this is okay." Now, honestly speaking, right? If these women were asked to not behave in this manner before he started cussing everybody out in the establishment, then I could understand his frustration. I can honestly understand his frustration. But his delivery was definitely a problem. Also, I'm not sure what happened with this video. Right now, watching it, it looks like it's in 360p as I'm recording, or like 480. Hopefully it's in 1080, but if it is not, I apologize. That is my fault. Excuse me for that one. That's my bad, guys. But you guys know when things like this happen, a lot of people always have something to say. So right now, I'm gonna show you what one person said here. And this person said, "I don't see how you say you have an establishment for the culture, but get mad for them being culture due to your DJ playing twerk music, LOL. And they should have all left with their free meal after he cursed them out because he's saying he don't need them when in fact he does. The fuck?" Now, I can 100% see where that sentiment comes from, and I understand that sentiment exactly. However, like he said before, and I'm not choosing sides here, people. I'm not really choosing sides. I'm just giving you guys the scenario and the story of what happened here. So honestly, I feel like the restaurant owner should have had a little more respect for his customers. Even if they weren't being respectful per se, he didn't have to tell the DJ, "Yo, cut the music," and start yelling in the middle of the restaurant at everybody, because upon further analysis and looking at the situation, look at this guy. Look, man. But upon further analysis and looking at the situation, right, you most definitely need these people, my boy. You most definitely need these people. You need their money. But I feel like the people in the restaurant, and this is why I say his delivery was completely wrong. I feel like the people in the restaurant feel like that he was talking to all of them, when I think he was really just talking to those specific groups or that specific person. But he made it a whole big deal and a whole big announcement like it was the fucking second coming of fucking Christ or some shit. He definitely didn't have to do that. He could have easily just kicked them out if they were acting a fool like he said they were and not listening. Like, isn't that what you have security for? Shouldn't you have like some type of security for your establishment? I don't know, but he could have easily just asked them to leave instead of, you know, doing all that. Because if it was only this woman and only this group, you didn't have to speak to the entire restaurant, because clearly everybody else wasn't acting that way. So there's absolutely no need for you to be yelling at everybody in your damn stove, man. Like, come on, bro. I wouldn't even took you seriously, to be honest, because I would have been like, man, he ain't talking to me. I know he not talking to me like that, talking about me, so I'm just mind my business. I'm not taking this guy seriously at all. That's just me though. Now, honestly speaking, if those people wanted to get up out of their seats and just leave the food there and not pay, I honestly wouldn't disagree with that at all. I wouldn't fault them for that, because you said you don't need our money, so you don't need us to be here and you don't need us to pay. Like, bye. And then of course you have people on the other side. We've got another person here. And they say, you gotta bounce your booty to everything on the radio? Are you that controlled that you can't sit there and eat your damn food? The music is the ambiance to feel good and relax. If you wanna get loose, take it to the club, like he said. Now, I can see this person's point as well. A restaurant is for you to go there, you sit down, you congregate or whatever, you eat your food, you give a nice little tip to the waiter, because waiters and waitresses need that, hostesses, hosts, whatever the fuck, they need that shit. So you give them their tip, you know. Whenever you go out with somebody, make sure you see how they tip, or if they tip at all. If they don't tip, they're probably a shitty person. That's just my opinion though. Because they don't give a fuck about charity. Waiters and waitresses make next to nothing. And then people are always like, oh, just get a better job. Well, some people don't have a choice, Jim. Some people don't have a choice. But as I was saying, yeah, I can understand this person's point as well, saying that if you want to do all that, you know, go to the club, don't go to a restaurant. But then you just have people saying, you know, don't blame people's actions on the music. Don't blame this on the music. People know how to behave when they hear certain types of music, but then you also have people trying to use the music being played in the establishment by the DJ as an excuse. And it's like, bruh, yeah, y'all could have had some R&B, some soul, some jazz or whatever if you want to make the establishment a black space. But come on, man, like, most people are gonna want to hear a little bit of everything, you know, maybe a little bit of jazz, maybe a little bit of R&B, maybe a little bit of rap or some hip hop, you know, some body yada yada yada, you know, people gonna want to hear that shit. I mean, I'm probably not gonna want to hear body yada yada yada, but that's just what some people want to listen to, man. It's good to have variety so you can attract multiple different types of crowds. There's so many different types of black people in the world. All black people are not the same, contrary to some people's popular belief. Wow, who would have knew? Now, in my full, humble, somewhat respectable opinion, like I said earlier, I'm neutral on the situation. I can see where both sides are coming from. If I was the restaurant owner in this situation, I would have just told the people to leave. I wouldn't have made a big fuss like that. If it was the whole damn fucking shit acting like that, or like more than half of the people or even half the people, I would have been like, all right, cut the music. Y'all need to chill the fuck out and stop all this shit. All right, this is not the place. This is not the time for that, you know? But to go on and say that you're making this space for black people and whatnot, and reiterating that fact so much, making it seem like you're making this space for black people, but not for these types of black people or all types of black people. If that makes sense, let me say that again. He's saying it as if he's making his establishment not for these types of black people and not for all types of black people. When you say you make a space for black people to be at, you have to understand, like I said before, black people come in all different types. You have to appreciate all of those types of people if you're going to, quote unquote, make a space for them and for us and for our people, because this guy is black too, I'm black as well, right? And you just gotta understand that some people, when they hear music like that, they're gonna think it's okay to act this way. Now, standing on the furniture and putting your hands on the glass, that's a lot. It's a bit much. That's more suited for like happy hour and brunch spots. And, you know, you got all the cameras and the lights on you and everyone's going, hey, 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 you go girl, whatever shit like that, you know. But it's just there's a time and place for everything. But that's all the time I have, guys. That's the end of the video. Make sure you guys please like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. Let me know what you guys would have done in this situation and what your thoughts on this situation are, and please continue to support as it'll help the channel grow. This is the Prince Von. Stay beautiful, stay powerful, and I am out.